Hey guys, welcome back to yet another video for NewsInGeneral.com. Once again, I am Jason Goyette, the owner of News in General, and today we're going to be taking a look at a article here. And yeah, so the article is about a family outraged after police kill their mentally ill son. This is a article by none other than Cole Cooper, the co-owner of NewsInGeneral.com and head writer. Real quick, all the links and discussions and stuff, all the links you can find in the description box below. Um, so yeah, let's go ahead and get on with the article, and yeah, make sure to comment down below. Alrighty, so this is a sad story, an angry story in a way, because this is a classic case of police basically not doing their job correctly and ending somebody's life. So this took place in North Carolina, of all places, and yeah, so this is Bowling Springs Lakes, I believe, and the victim here is Keith Vidal, 18, and he had a schizophrenic episode, according to the reports here. Also, the link will be in the description for the article, that way you can get more information. But basically, he was having a schizophrenic episode and was threatening his mom with a screwdriver. When police arrived, according to his stepfather, Mark Wilsey, he said that everything seemed under control. The police officers were restraining Vidal, and also another officer arrived on scene, and basically stormed into the house and said, "I don't have time to deal with this. Let's tase him, and let's get out of here." The officer that arrived on scene said. So I guess one of the officers tased him, tased Vidal, and he fell to the floor. And then another officer decided to shoot Vidal. Wilsey says he demanded to know why his son had been shot. Everything basically seemed okay, under control. The officers restrained him, and then the third officer barged into the home and decided to tase him and to shoot. Wilsey says also that the officers said, well, I'm protecting my officers. Okay, so two officers have a 90-pound 18-year-old restrained, right? So, I mean, you got to say that, most officers are, pretty well built, they're definitely way above 90 pounds. And there's two of them. They're restraining this young man here, who's having a schizophrenic episode now. Okay, he's really not under control, but they have him under control. And then the third officer barges in, says, "Let's tase him and let's get out of here." And then it ends up in a fatal shooting of the victim, Vidal here. So yeah, that is a bunch of BS. It pisses me off. I have a lot to say on this about being angry and whatnot, but control. I just hate to see mentally ill people being killed off by police just because they don't have time to deal with it. I mean, what kind of belief or act is that? I mean, who would do that? Monsters basically would do that. So this officer is definitely a monster. So the facts are that we know that this child, well, 18 years old, this young man was having a schizophrenic episode. His family said that he was being restrained and under control. Three officers it took, a 90-pound 18-year-old who's having a schizophrenic episode. It took three officers, and it ended up in a shooting. Now, bear in mind that the officers could have used just a taser. That's all, just a taser. They could have used that. And this young man has a screwdriver as well, so they could have just used the taser and been okay and tased him, got on top of him, apprehended him, handcuffed him, and away they go. No, this other third officer decides to pull out a gun and shoot him as well. So where's the logic in that? As Cole Cooper says here, restraining. The child was restrained by police. Child, why do I keep saying child? I'm not that old. And then he was tased, and then he was shot. Ah! That's what I want to do. I just want to scream, And that's a perfect. This is a perfect incident, to where we could say that we need cameras. We need body cams on these police officers, and it would definitely give us some more in-depth details on what really happened and what was going on in this situation. So the family maintains that their son wasn't a threat when he was shot. Brunswick County District Attorney John David and the State Bureau of Investigation have been called into the case to investigate what had happened. Obviously, this cop says, this one cop who stormed in and says we don't have time for this, is obviously doesn't deserve to be in the police department. Complete utter shock when I read this story, because I have a nephew who is he has ADHD, ADD. He has some other mental issues, psychotic issues as well. So, and he has threatened my sister before. But they're trying their best. They're getting counseling and stuff, and help and medication and stuff. But I don't know what I'd do if I was there and this happened to my nephew. These officers need to be trained to apprehend someone who's mentally ill, and not just say we don't have time for this and let's just end his life because he's going through an episode and he's mentally ill. They have stuff, they have stuff to give to society. Just because they're mentally ill doesn't mean that they can be thrown away like trash. So yeah, let's see here. Case was David was promised to find the truth in this case. Yeah, hopefully the truth gets found out. Police Chief Jeffrey Dove said one officer, Byron Vassy, had been placed on administrative leave, but would not comment on whether Vassy had been fired or had fired the fatal shot. So we're not sure who fired the fatal shot, I guess, in this case. So yeah, the writer here, Cole Cooper, goes on to say that would be perfect case for body cams. Definitely agree on that, Cole. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys agree on this whole body cam thing? Should all cops wear body cams? I definitely agree that they should. But the police department has a wide budget. They have a large budget, and they could hire some editors, some photo manipulation, video editing, and stuff like that. Is very advanced in today's society. So yeah, we definitely need to be very we need to scrutinize these videos of these body cams. I've seen a couple where there's no video at all. And maybe the reason why there's no video at all is because there's talking going back and forth, banter going back and forth, and they just cut the video out, or the audio out, so the truth can't be found. So yeah, and they basically go on to say why did they not just tase him? They tased him once and then they shot him. So I mean, why didn't they just tase him, apprehend him? No, they had to go in and shoot him as well, and fatally wound him. So obviously there is definitely a need for an investigation. Excuse me. An investigation will reveal vital information to truly reveal what happened. But if what the family is saying is true, what happened here, then there was obviously or absolutely no need to shoot Vidal. It sounds like Vidal needed help, but killing him wasn't the help he needed. Absolutely. Aren't police, Cole goes on to write, aren't police supposed to be trained in how to deal with mentally ill people? Exactly what I said a couple minutes ago, is they need to be trained. Okay, that's the biggest thing with when it comes to police dealing with mentally ill people. So yeah, definitely, we need to enhance the training, maybe include a little bit of the scenarios where there is a mentally ill patient or someone who's pretending to be mentally ill, that way. Because I know the police departments and stuff, they run through a bunch of drills and going through the houses and stuff like that. Well, they need to also run a drill where they encounter someone who's flipping out, and how to deal with that. Is it to just shoot them? No, absolutely not. It is to apprehend them, whether it's using a taser, whether it's using mace. Because come on, you're using a taser. That's a lot of electricity. It's going to drop anyone, okay? I don't care who you are. Some people on drugs may not get dropped, but it definitely dropped this young man. And then I guess he was still flipping out or flailing around. So there needs to be more investigation on this case to find out exactly what happened. And that is where we can say we need body cams on every police officer in the United States, because it would definitely cut back on the whole drawn out investigation process and to find out the truth. of what really happened. So yeah, what do you guys think? Let me know in the description. Let me know if this was justifiable, if it was okay. I know there's not a lot to go on. There's not a lot of information, but with the information I provided here, and take a look at the article in the description below, and let me know what you guys think, okay? Because this is just ridiculous. I've seen it time and time again, stories after stories after stories after stories of mentally ill people being dealt with by just killing them, and that's not the answer. Well, guys, thank you for watching. Once again, I am Jason Goyette, the owner of NewsInGeneral.com. The writer of this article, this story here, is none other than the co-owner and head writer, Cole Cooper. So my hat's off to him for getting this story to you guys. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Is about a family outraged after police kill their mentally ill son. This is a article by none other than Cole Cooper, the co-owner of NewsInGeneral.com and head writer. Real quick, all the links and discussions and stuff, all the links you can find in the description. 18, and he had a schizophrenic episode, according to the reports here. Also, the link will be in the description for the article. That way you can get more information. But basically, he was having a schizophrenic episode and was threatening his mom with a screwdriver. When police are basically not doing their job correctly and ending somebody's life. So this took place in North Carolina, of all places, and yeah, so this is Bowling Springs Lakes, I believe, and the victim here is Keith Vidal. Box below. So yeah, let's go ahead and get on with the article, and yeah, make sure to comment down below. Alrighty, so this is a sad story, an angry story in a way, because this is a classic case of police. Hey guys, welcome back to yet another video for NewsInGeneral.com. Once again, I am Jason Goyette, the owner of News in General, and today we're going to be taking a look at a article here, and yeah, so the article